Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to J Powell Music, and I wanted to talk about, unfortunately, Sam Ash closing all of its stores. So if you're not familiar with Sam Ash, it was a pretty awesome alternative from going to Guitar Center, and obviously, if you didn't play guitar, if you played piano, if you were, a wind player, a brass player. You would go into Sam Ash, if not, a small music store that you know. Um, so I wanted to share an article here from MSN and just kind of talk about this, just because I think it's warranted and Sam Ash deserves to be talked about. So it says here, this is from MSN.com, it says, in quote, Sam Ash, the iconic family-owned chain of music stores that attracted everyone from rock stars to wannabe guitar heroes, will shut down all of its stores after 100 years in business, the company said. Derek Ash, the great grandson of founders of Sam Ash and Rose Ash, said the company has struggled to attract customers to its 42 brick and mortar locations across the country, around the country, excuse me, which include three in New York City. It says, in quote, there are so many choices, and to maintain a store with that much selection is very difficult. Derek Ash, the company chief marketing officer, told the New York Times, which first reported the closures. A lot of this has been the move to online shopping. The Post has sought comment from Derek Ash. Sam Ash, a professional musician who was born Sam Ashkenash, I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, opened the first store in Brownsville, Brooklyn in 1924 after immigrating to the U.S. from Austria. His wife pawned her engagement ring for $400 to make a down payment on what's become the first store, according to the company's website. At the time, the store also wind up phonographs, as well as limited selection of sheet music and sheet and few violins. It quickly gained a following, and Sam Ash expanded to Long Island and Manhattan before other outposts popped up around the country over the decades. So, really interesting as far as for the history for how it began. Continuing on, it says Louis Infantas, who worked as a manager at a Sam Ash on 34th Street, told the Times that he has sold instruments to the likes of Stevie Wonder and late Sopranos actor James Gandolfini, who once stopped by to purchase drums for his son. Music fans mourn the loss of an institution. I traded all 100 million of those pathetic AI songs to keep Sam Ash stores in business, said Ted Goya, who wrote on his X account. Um, it says Kate Stanton, an indie singer, wrote that she bought her first microphone at a Sam Ash store in Cincinnati. Walked with a zillion questions, walked out feeling like a real singer, she wrote on X, adding heartbreaking. The company currently operates stores in New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Florida, North Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, California, Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Nevada. It's reportedly planned to close some of the stores by the end of the month and the rest at the end of July. Sam Ash's famed flagship store on West 48th Street closed in 2012. So just really heartbreaking, and because of the wave of the internet, the wave of technology, the way of things have been, it's unfortunate. It's kind of one of those things where it's like, I think everyone saw it coming, including the people that worked there, and the CEOs. They were just kind of trying to make as much as they can, prior to kind of filing for bankruptcy and all that stuff. So very sad news. A couple of questions that I had for you guys, you can sound off in the comments if you like. For guitar players, obviously, the one alternative was like Guitar Center to go into, right? But when it comes to wind instrument players, piano players and whatnot, obviously you have to find that real niche music store. And Sam Ash, luckily, was one of those stores where you could go in, and see those other instruments there. It was the musician store. It wasn't just a guitar shop. It had everything. It had saxophones, trumpets, pianos, obviously microphones, guitars, pedals, sheet music, right? So it just had and then music in general, right? I believe it had CDs and stuff you can buy as well. So to see that go, it still sucks, even though it's 2024 and online e-commerce, it's heartbreaking. But one of my questions I was thinking of is just for those who were kind of getting into, say, like, playing an instrument, or that's specifically like brass or what have you, you know, it's got to be tough to kind of make that initial selection, especially if you're buying online. I mean, I know Sweetwater has there's Sweetwater that they have really good service and they can try to help you out, the best way they can for you to try out, or not try out, but, find the saxophone that's going to make sense, based on their recommendation, because you kind of have to take a risk blindly, especially when it comes to like a horn player, wind player, making a decision to buy something like that. And for one, those things are not cheap. I know they're cheaper now than they've been, but for a quality one, man, you know, and not having to, you just got to send it back if you don't like it. I have no idea what the return policies are on wind instruments and whatnot. Not sure if it's the same as guitars, but overall, just kind of a sad situation, If you have any memories of Sam Ash, as far as going in there, let me know. Sound off in the comments. Is this kind of just another day, another dollar situation as far as just, we knew this was going to happen? Or is it a little bit more than that? And I think for me, I remember seeing some items in Sam Ash that I didn't see in Guitar Center. They had a lot of stuff. And I'm not talking about just like all the things other than guitars. I'm talking specifically just comparing it to Guitar Center. They had a couple of extra things that were really cool to see. I remember seeing a JCM 800, playing through one of those through through a guitar, and it's an amazing experience. First time I played through a JCM 800, Marshall head there in the stack. But yeah, so I just want to make this short here, but let me know your thoughts as far as Sam Ash. And then if, obviously there's discounts, at the stores and whatnot. So it's sad that people have to go to the store if it's closing to get a to buy something there, not to get a discount, to buy something there. But if you're trying to support, just kind of the remainder of the sales or for Sam Ash, going in to buy some stuff, Sam Ash is very far from where I live. But if you're able to get, buy some stuff there, definitely do that. Let me know what you've purchased. Feel free to sound off in the comments. But other than that, J Powell Music. I'll catch you guys next video.